How's it going, everyone? Michael Martin from Yahoo Esports here, and I am joined by Dominic SonicFox McLean through the magic of Skype. And we're here to talk about this big announcement that you have signed with Echo Fox. Before we get into it, though,
Yes.
how are you doing right now?
I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so a little tired, but we're out here.
Uh, the life, the young life. All right, let's jump right into this. This is huge. I wanted to ask you, what prompted the change to Echo Fox, and what makes them the right fit for you?
um, they were mainly prompted to change when I got a phone call from what do you call it, Jason Hall,
Hmm.
and he
Jay Paul, yeah.
essentially yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, Jason, I thought it was Jason, my bad. What do you call it? He essentially gave me a phone call, and I guess he told me like essentially how much they would be paying me and like what I'd have to actually do, and like that was like big. Like that I've never seen. Like I was like gonna be paid an actual professional salary for just gaming, and all I had to do was stream 40 hours a month, and that would be something that wouldn't infringe on interfering with my college work, and I can pick my
Hmm.
own events, so I wasn't forced to go to any events by their means. So me being able to balance college and still be paid a professional salary of doing what I love, like you have to, you know.
Yeah. So, and what makes them the right fit for you, other than obviously the salary, of course, is great, I'm sure. And you mentioned you're in college. How do you balance that? What makes them the right fit while you balance all of these things like college and competitive gaming?
Well, being able to stream 40 hours a month, that being my mainly only requirement.
Hmm?
I can easily with my classes that I have for college, I can easily like stream like 2 hours in between or like 5 hours say after class. So I can easily knock out 40 hours per month and still be able to have time to study, still have the time to hang out with my friends in real life in college, and just generally like enjoy my college experience while also doing this kind of job per se. So. They also have Echo Fox in the name, and I'm Sonic Fox, so yeah, you have to.
You know what? I didn't want to mention it, but it kind of
Yeah,
makes sense. You got Echo Fox owned by Rick Fox signing Sonic Fox. I mean, that's a
yeah,
lot of Fox.
a lot of foxes. Yes.
You talked about the streaming for 40 hours. I would assume that's probably just a requirement to stream maybe certain games or even specific games. But are you locked into streaming anything specific like Mortal Kombat and Injustice, or can you dabble in other games also? Because we
I
know
can
you dabble in Street Fighter V and a lot of other games.
I can stream whatever I want. Like I'm not locked into Mortal Kombat X like a lot of people would think I
Okay.
am. So you'll see me streaming a lot of Skullgirls. See me streaming a lot of Mortal Kombat X. Like even like other fighting games you may have never heard of. You might see me streaming that, or just not even fighting games at all. So I
Mhm.
can stream whatever I want.
And Street Fighter V, I mean, are you gonna make a bigger push into this? Man, we know you play a character that got even worse, unbelievably
Yeah,
even
of
worse in season
course.
two, Fang. But what's up with Street Fighter V for you?
I don't know. I'm not like I just the game itself. I'm not a big fan of, but
Okay.
I might give it another try. I'm not sure. Season two looks like they didn't fix anything that I wanted to be fixed. Just made it worse.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I might mess around with it, but I might not stick with it. I think
You think
I might
you
be
think Jay
focusing.
Wong or Tokido can change your mind?
They could, yeah.
Okay.
If they can
All
help
right.
me out a lot, yes, they could change their mind.
You talked about how big a deal Echo Fox getting in the way they are into the FGC and esports is,
Hmm.
kind of putting maybe other organizations on notice, or the idea that other organizations may get in heavily as well.
Hmm.
Um, about sort of like the future of being a professional gamer without sponsorship, is it possible to compete at this point? Is it possible to compete without sort of like a major sponsor as we look forward to like 2017 and beyond?
Yes, it is. I was doing that with CR.
Hmm.
When CR is more like I call it a sponsor. It was more of like a clan kind of thing. I wasn't really paid
Okay.
much of a. I wasn't really paid a salary, or I wasn't either paid a hotel event. But I did enjoy the sponsor a lot because he
Mhm.
helped me out with whatever I needed him to. But he didn't really need to because ESL kind of made me paid for my events to go through considering I won them. But yeah. So no, you can just be like any average Joe without a
Yeah.
sponsor and go to an event and like upset everybody. So like you don't need a sponsor, but a sponsor is really nice to help.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is really beneficial for me as for Echo Fox to be on. So
So there's a chance for someone no matter what.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Everybody starts without a sponsor, so
Got it. You mentioned college. Education's important. I'm a big believer in that. But you have had a very successful run in a lot of games, including,
yes,
of course, Mortal Kombat X, Injustice, Skullgirls. And you mentioned it. This feels like a big step up for you.
yeah.
How does you kind of I guess touched on it, but really, how does this affect your career going forward? In professional gaming.
Honestly, it looks like bigger companies are starting to acknowledge that I'm worth more than a lot of other people think I am. So, like, they're gonna start coming out with, I guess, big packs trying to sign me into things. So, I luckily got access to this one right off the bat. So we'll see what the future has, but it's looking pretty bright right now. I'll be able to start pursuing my dreams.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, not a lot of people get to do what you get to do, and of course, especially at your age,
Yeah.
very young man, accomplished a lot. As I said,
Hmm.
there's a lot of expectations when you compete. So with a new team, I think
Hmm.
comes new expectations. Do you
Hmm.
feel like there's any extra pressure on you or your team to perform well next year or this year? I guess we're in 2017.
No, I don't think there's any extra pressure. Considering I have like the second best Mortal Kombat X player on my team, I'm not gonna say his name yet because I don't know if you guys are also
We
doing
could say
it.
his name. We could say his name.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have Scar on the team with me as well, and essentially like him and I are like we're like really really good friends, and we've had a rivalry for about 4 years now. So him and I are gonna be training like almost every other day. Now we're gonna be coaching each other at tournaments and essentially like just beating everybody. Like it's always been me and him in grand finals at most tournaments. So like it's not gonna be hard for us. So we'll
Yeah.
just help each other out all the time. We don't see any pressure.
It's a good segue into my next question because I wanted to touch on Scar. We know he's gone through some personal health issues recently. Wishing him all the best. But yeah, you two have been, two of the top Mortal Kombat X players for a while now. You've faced each other a lot, and I wanted to ask you, you just described what kind of impact he can have on you as far as like training, coaching. But I wanted to ask you what kind of impact having players like Scar, other veterans in other games like Justin Wong, Momochi, Tokido, what impact do they have on the team with you?
It's like I'm now surrounded by like some of the greatest players to ever exist in fighting games. So I can learn a lot of things that I never knew about, say, other fighting games from
Mhm.
them. If I try to dabble into it and they try to help me out, and I can teach them vice versa things that I learned from my various experiences in
Sure.
fighting games. So generally, we're all just gonna keep leveling up together, and it's just gonna be great. I would consider this team super broken right now. So yeah.
There's our headline. This team is super broken.
Yeah.
uh, it's interesting that you mentioned though things that you can teach them. What do you think? Because again, you have had a lot of success, especially at a young age. You're not the first to be, to do that. I think Justin Wong is a good example of someone who also had a lot of success, early in his career. But what do you feel like you can actually bring some of these veterans, or teach some of these veterans?
It would all depend on like what fighting game we're playing. So,
Sure.
say like a player, like certain players on the team have never dabbled in the game. Say
Mhm.
like that's like Skullgirls or is it like a Marvel-esque game, right?
Mhm.
I may learn no mechanics right off the bat that they may not fully understand yet. I can help them with that. I can help them with play styles, like being unpredictable, like how
Mhm.
mine catered to be super unpredictable, and I can teach them how to be super random because like most of them like play super super solid, and they usually just outplay you just by being super solid. I usually outplay people by being super unpredictable in what I want to do, so I can help teach them a lot of randomness factors, and I can help
Yeah.
teach them some of my ways that I go about training. So,
Can you actually teach being random?
I can explain it, but it comes down to your mindset. Honestly, it's literally just a mindset. I can try to
Okay.
help you cater your mindset to that, so you can play
Yeah.
solid and also be unpredictable. But
I mean, I
that's my
guess you can teach Justin to be random, and he can teach you to be lame.
yeah. Well, I know how to be. I know how to be lame.
Okay.
But that's what I like. That's what I like about my play style. I can. That's part of why I would go unpredictable because at
Yeah.
any given moment I can just switch my play style like that. So I always go like Evo 2015, was playing at first a character that's super rushed down and aggressive in your face that I can completely switch to a character that's
Right.
just passive and just lanes you out. So it's all things like that.
Moving on, I wanted to ask you, we've seen this actually now with a couple players, and I think we're kind of seeing it recently with former EG players, PR Balrog and even Justin. Players are sort of beginning to push their own brand, themselves as a brand in esports. And I'm curious to know if, if you have any plans there to do something similar and how Echo Fox might actually assist you with that.
I haven't really thought about it too much.
Mhm.
I only wanted to really, really think about this kind of stuff when I finished college.
Sure.
But it does look like I do have a big stock considering that
Mhm.
Echo Fox picked me up. So like, there's a lot of things that are on my mind. All I know is
Yeah.
that they'll help them. They're going to be helping me pursue my dream. Like
Sure.
they're helping me through college now. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So when I pursue my dreams with them, I don't know. After I'm finished college and everything, I
Yeah.
might pursue just the ones pursuing.
Well, you got a lot of time to think about that.
Yeah.
What do you feel is this again? We kind of talked about this. This is I feel like a pretty aggressive push into the FGC for Echo Fox. We know last year they kind of tweeted about it. They signed Julio Fuentes in Street Fighter V. They signed Mewtwo King for Melee, and that's pretty much that was it for FGC. But now they're bringing on a bunch of players, including yourself. And I'm curious what you think this big push does for the FGC in 2017.
I think because this is like the biggest esports team to approach the FGC right now.
Mhm.
This is gonna be like a gateway for a bunch of other huge big esports teams to try to enter the FGC circuit,
Mhm.
and they're gonna try to pick up other players because they don't want Echo Fox doing a monopoly on every single game. They're gonna try to contest that and be like, hey, we can fight with Echo Fox too. So they're gonna try to picking up a bunch of other top players that may not
Yeah.
have been picked up by Echo Fox, and then you're gonna have like mad like big esports team. Everybody's just being sponsored left and right,
Yeah.
and
So you feel
then
like
we're
it
gonna
breeds some more competition then.
yeah that, and this is gonna slowly bring more spotlight to the FTC, and then
Yeah.
start maybe having bigger tournaments, and to the point maybe we can maybe reach Dota levels and things
Yeah.
like that. So
A couple more questions for you. We know Injustice 2 is coming soon. Maybe.
yeah.
It's coming soon. We know that much. You've been so successful in Mortal Kombat X, both you and Scar, and of course, other talented MKX players out there, NRS players. But I'm curious to know, once Injustice 2 hits, and if there's the likelihood of ESL running Injustice 2 Pro Leagues, is that going to be, are you going to switch that? Is that going to be your main game from that point on? Are you dropping MKX, or what is SonicFox going to do with all these other games?
Yeah, I'm relatively good at picking up other games while still playing others. Hence, I play like 5 games right now.
Mhm.
So no, I'm not. I'm definitely not dropping Mortal Kombat X, but I will devote most of my time into Injustice 2 because Injustice 1 was what made me SonicFox. So like I was
Yeah.
the best Injustice 1 player. So
Yeah.
I gotta hold that title in Injustice 2 now. So yes, I will definitely be going in. I'll have an amazing partner, like Scar, to help me get to the level I want to reach in Injustice 2 and vice versa. So. I'm pretty set. Like I'm gonna be going in for Injustice 2. I already got to try it at E3 and I love it, so I can't wait.
Of the characters we've seen so far, who's your favorite?
I tried Atrocitus.
Okay.
He was really really fun. He had like a really intense spacing and lockdown. But looking at I didn't really like Supergirl at first either. But looking at the new gameplay introduction that they did for her, and seeing how she plays a lot, I think she looks extremely interesting. So I'll definitely be giving her a shot. And I just can't wait to see what they do with the rest of the game. I'm personally hoping for the Riddler, but we'll see what happens.
All right, last question for you. SonicFox, what are your goals or expectations for yourself and Echo Fox in 2017?
I just hope that we just completely monopoly every single fighting game that's out there that's big in the FGC. Like every single time you look left and right, you just see first place Echo Fox, first place Echo Fox, just Echo Fox everywhere. And I also want to keep having this hopefully be long term. So I keep showing that I'm worthy of being on their team. And yeah, I just hope they can help me pursue my dreams and eventually making my own fighting game one day. And Let's see what happens from there.
Are you gonna have to trade in your blue furry hat for
No,
the?
no, I can keep
Okay.
the blue
Okay.
Sonic
Okay.
hat. It won't have my old sponsor's initials on it. I had two hats, one that didn't have the sponsors and one that did. But maybe they can give me like an orange Fox hat. You never
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
SonicFox, congratulations. This is a big deal for you, and of course, all of the other players that are new to Echo Fox. Wish you all the luck in 2017, and I guess we'll see you at some events next year, this year.
Yeah, of course. You'll see me a lot more.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, you too. Take care.